All right, so today's goal. The learner will understand how to solve linear inequalities using addition and subtraction. On a number line, the graph of an inequality in one variable is the set of points that represents all solutions of the inequality. To graph an inequality in one variable, use an open circle for less than or greater than and a closed circle for less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. The graphs of x is less than 3 and x is greater than or equal to -1 is shown below. So this is less than 3. See how this circle is not filled in? See how this one is when it's greater than or equal to? Less than on the number line means shade left, greater than means shade right. Okay? So it says the lowest temperature recorded in Antarctica was -129 degrees Fahrenheit. At the Russian Vostok station in 1983, use this only fact to write a graph of inequality that describes the temperatures in Antarctica. Okay. So we make a little number line. I put -129, -127, -131. Okay, so you need to make sure you have these labeled correct. See, this is -129, 128, 127, -130, 131. Okay, now it says it did equal that. So we can do a filled in circle, and then that one was the lowest. So what that means to do is we need to shade to the right. Okay, or if you need to, what you can do is do a little line like this to let me know that you're moving it on, and add another arrow. Okay, let's take a look at another example. Now here, they gave us a graph, and they want us to write the inequality represented by the graph. Okay. So see how this one moves to the left? That means I know x less than. When I look, the circle is open, so it's not or equal to. What is it less than? 8. Here, the circle, well, it's shaded to the right, so I know we have x greater than. The circle's filled in, so I got to add the or equal to. What's it telling me it's greater than? -2.5. So it's x is greater than or equal to -2.5. So there's graphing, and then there's writing an inequality based on a graph. Let's look at some more. Okay, so the addition property. Okay, says just as you use properties of equality to produce equivalent equations, you can use the properties of inequalities to produce equivalent inequalities. Equivalent inequalities are inequalities that have the same solutions. So just like in equations, when you add the same thing to the same side, it doesn't change it, okay? It doesn't change the weight. So let's look. Here, add the 9, add the 9. So you have x less than or equal to 12. And it says to graph it. Again, put 12 in the middle. 13, 14. It always goes up to the right, down to the left. It's a less than or equal to. So you have a filled in circle, and less than means to the left. Okay? Alright, let's take a look at another. So 5 here. So we want to say add the 9.2. Okay. So you have P is less than 4.2. So let's make a line. .2, and you can just keep going. 5.2, 6.2. It doesn't matter. 3.2, 2.2. And it says less than, so we do open circle, shade to the left. Or if you need to, you can have a different color and you can make it wider with it, but you need to make sure I see which way you're pointing the arrow. You add an arrow to it, okay? So here we want to add the 1/2. So that would be -2/2. So you get -1/2. So here, since it's just a half, you could go 0, -1, -2, 1, 2. And then what you would do is, it's greater than or equal to, so at -1/2, you make a circle, you fill it in, and greater than means shade to the right. Or like I said, if you don't like the squiggly line or something on test, just make a bigger line with an arrow. Okay? Alright, let's take a look at some more. Now this is the same thing, guys, except talking about subtraction. So if we look at this, we're going to go minus 5.5, minus 5.5. So you have y greater than, and then 6 minus 5.5 is 0.5. So if I did 0 and 1 and 2 and 3 and -1 and -2, well, 1/2 right here, do I fill it in? No, and it's greater than it. Or like that. Okay? Let's take a look at a word problem. Alright, you're checking a bag at an airport. Bags can weigh no more than 50 pounds, and this is true. Your bag weighs 29.1. Find the possible weights you could add to your bag in pounds. Okay, so you have X amount of weight, plus you have the initial 29.1, and you want that to be less than or equal to 50. Okay. Subtract the 29.1. You have X is less than 20 less than or equal to 20.9 pounds. Now, here's the thing. That's kind of true, because can you have negative weights? You could maybe take things out of your bag, but there are some restrictions here. The more correct answer for this would be between 0 pounds and 20.9 pounds. Okay? I will see you guys in class.